Hello, everyone. Thank you for clicking on my channel. Welcome to the journey home. My name is Catherine, and I live in Nova Scotia. This is the afternoon delight. I've shuffled the cards till one flew out. Cut. Patience. Oh, this seems to be the model of the week. Patience. There seems to be a lot going on. Almost like everything's happening at once and everything's happening quickly, yet time seems to have stood still. It's like you see what's coming. You know what's coming because you manifested it. You've been calling it in. And now it's calling for patience. And you know how it is with manifesting. When you put out a prayer and you make a wish, and they say, let it go. You want things to work, let it go. Just give it up to God. Well, that's easier said than done, isn't it? But people are getting the hang of how exactly that works mathematically. The Magician, the number one. Shall we begin? Lesson number one. Well, actually, the first lesson was 0, which is the most powerful number. Number 1 is your beginning. So let's talk about the Magician. You're manifesting. All right, next. So this is what you're manifesting. Your 2 of Cups. Your 2 of Water. Your soulmate. You've been calling in your soulmate. And you've been doing the work. You know, if you want to manifest, you have to do the work. So here you are getting rid of old energies to make room for new energies. So this is like consciously, you know, the wheel of fortune, how the universe moves that for you or moves it forward for you, either in your favor or the other way. Here's you doing it consciously. I'm moving that wheel. I'm burning up all these negative energies I've written on all these little pieces of paper, and they're up in smoke. Now I'm ready for these positive energies to start coming in. Temptation. Well, it could be as simple as you manifested or you gave it up to God and now you're taking it back. Could be that simple. Could be the temptation is to jump in ahead of, to jump from step 3 to step 5. Perhaps the temptation is another person. And then we have strength. So it looks like you're going to overcome this strength or this temptation. I think what the universe is trying to show you is that, oh, there's that number 8. I've been seeing 8s everywhere all for the last week. It's just been crazy how many 8s I've seen. When I reached 8,000 subscribers, just over, it came up to 8,000. This was last week. 8,881. That was the last one. The first one was 8,801, and then it was 8,818. And it's funny because those were the only 3 times I looked at the numbers that day, and they were all three 8s. 3 8s are about creating reality, creating your world. It's about taking this thought, doing the work, completing the test, and now you're creating. You overcame that temptation, the beast within. Courage, it took courage, bravery, and you're standing your ground, and not so much against other people, but for yourself, that this is who I am, and you don't need other people to accept it. Oh, look at you now. You're taking on the energies of the Queen of Fire, and the Queen of Fire is just blazing glory. She's attractive. And this could be for a man too, taking on these energies. Attractive. You walk in the room and everyone's looking at you. because you give off that aura of success and beauty from within. She gets things done. She or he. They. Yeah, I get corrected sometimes in the comments. Well, use they. Well, I do, mostly. Five of Earth. This is about feeling left out in the cold. But I think today, let's make it about you're starting to see the big picture. You've got your head turned. And there's all these pentacles. And I think you're just noticing them. You're like, wow, that was there all along. I had that in me. I knew I had that in me. Two of Earth. I guess the universe just wanted to remind you that you had it in you. Remember who you are? It's time to grow. Two of Earth. This is juggling, multitasking. You've taken on an awful lot and shown an awful lot of strength. That is the heart of this reading. It's just this juggling, multitasking. Maybe you're saying to yourself, am I ever going to be able to take a rest? And then in comes the Emperor. You get stepping into the Emperor's shoes. Or you meet the Emperor. This is strength. This is all four kings. All the strengths of the four kings in one. This one has already built their empire. This one is already stable. It's the number 4, foundation. Commitment. It's all about being grounded and balanced. Sure of himself. And the Emperor can sometimes be arrogant and stubborn. But he is sure of himself. And has every right to be sure of himself. He's the Emperor. Ace of Air. This is a brand new beginning that begins in truth and communication. Being able to communicate with the heavens, with your angels, with your guides, and say, okay, I've decided this is what I'd like to do and the direction that I want to go in. And then the angels and all your guides and everyone that's rooting for you in the spirit world goes, okay. And you sprout wings and go there. And here you are. This is like the Master Craftsman card. You're rooted. There's roots coming out of this violin, though you may not be able to see that very well. Beautiful artistic work, though. Let me have a try. I don't know. Harmony signifies harmony, and you're making money. You're getting established. You're getting grounded. It's beautiful, beautiful. These are 8 pentacles. 10 is completion, your legacy. This is how close you are, whether you know it or not. And then we have the King of Earth. This could be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This could be you. This could be... this is weird. Fire and Earth. Let me think, guys. Oh my God, that's beautiful. The King is watching. The Emperor is guarding and guiding and doing what he needs to do with his empire, but the King of Earth is watching. This could be 2 different people. It could be the very same one, where the Emperor is busy looking after his empire. He still has a heart, even though he's grounded and he's got the roots deep in the earth, and he's watching with a great deal of compassion and love. and maybe a little sadness. Not sadness that you're succeeding, but sadness maybe because you're apart. Two of Cups, crowning energies, and the Magician. Guys, you guys are smoking. Let's see what's going on here. We'll clarify it with the fairies. These were the elemental cards that we just looked at. Now we're going to go into the seasonal. And my spiel is, when we go to the extendeds, for the cost of one extended reading, you have access to all of the extended readings for all Zodiacs and Afternoon Delights. And as an added bonus, you can ask me a question under one of those extended readings. I'd be loving to have to pull a card for you because I really do enjoy that part. So far, it hasn't been too many that ask. But the members over there, thank you for your support. Oh my God, you guys are just so awesome. And yeah, no cards have flown out yet. So I guess Spirit wants me to keep telling you about the website. Because I'm probably forgetting something. It's a great deal. And I know there's no deal like that on the internet. Thank you. I didn't want to keep talking about myself. I was getting a little... Here we go. Three of Autumn. And Renewal. Oh, wow. Here we go, guys. This is all happening. I mean, it's almost like there's a bittersweet in here. Because look at the distance between him and her. You've had to go off and do your own thing. You had to go off and be you, do the work. You knew what you needed to do, and you're doing it. So, Three of Autumn, to clarify the Magician. And this is like working together. So, usually Three of Autumn is like working together with a team, at work, with your co-workers, with your partner, working in unison. And it very well could mean that. But this could also very much, and probably is, you working with your spirit guides. You're doing the magic work, the Magician. You got the whole universe, well, three of them at least, working on your behalf. Two of Water is going to be the renewal card. So your love is being renewed. Even if it's a new person, you're being renewed. Remember, for the last, I don't know, month, the Empress kept coming up and I kept saying, you guys are ready to give birth to something new. Well, I think now a lot of you can see it. You can, if it's not, it's starting to bubble up inside of you. It's like, it's happening. The head is crowning. This one says, review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future. Understanding your life purpose, releasing judgments of yourself and others. So some of you have done, sorry guys, some of you have, I just woke up to a coughing fit this morning, like there's something in my chest. And I don't feel like it could be because we just did a lot of burning of garbage and leaves. I'm almost done burning all those leaves. It's just never ending. Okay, back to the story. Cut the cards. Oh, I don't really want to cut the cards. Look at the bottom, the sun. Okay. Ten of Winter. Oh, well, that makes sense. Look at this. 2 10s. 2 1s. Twin flame energy. But this is the twin flame within inside of yourself. So the Ten of Winter is the Ten of Swords. And that was the completion of a relationship, an ending of a job, where you were betrayed or felt betrayed or backstabbed. And it hurt so bad, like you're dead. It's dead, whatever it was. It ended. And here you're trying to heal those wounds. And doing it. These are your wounds all healing. You've been through the fire. You've been, whatever it is you went through, purified you in a way you've never been purified before. I could say that for all of those lessons, but each time it seems a little harder and the rewards are so much greater. And then there are those that fall back into the same pattern of the same lessons, and it's so frustrating. Like, am I ever going to get it right? Yep. This temptation, you are. Ace of Spring. A brand new, passionate beginning. The temptation that you overcome is this brand new, passionate beginning. The temptation might be to, like, you know, like a kid on Christmas morning, like, oh boy, and all the presents were open to her. I don't know, but maybe that's a bad example. It's like seeing, like, oh boy, that water looks so beautiful, and you're just like, that's mine, that's for me, and you just run and jump in and realize that it's, you know, at 5 degrees or what, something close to freezing, the freezing point. And then you suffer hypothermia, and then you have to go out through the fire again. Here's your Ace of Fire, the Ace of Spring. This is what is being offered to you. And we're still in spring, aren't we? It's being offered to you this spring. Temptation is to rush in because you're passionate about it. But your strength, Two of Spring, your strength is that you're going to work through this together. And because spring is, we're talking about fire, you're working at it passionately together to get it right. So yeah, you're not working alone. You've got the universe on your side. And it's obvious this is mostly a love reading, a mate. Ace of Summer, that's the second one. Open your heart to love, the beginning of a new intimate relationship or the rebirth of a current one. The awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. So you're falling in love. Even if it's with the same person, you're falling in love again. It's clarifying the Queen of Fire. So you are passionately falling in love. Three of Summer. You felt left out in the cold. And everybody else was celebrating. You were working your arse off. Can you hear Chloe snoring? Well, it was either that or music. And some people were missing her snoring, so. Old girl. She's taking those pot cookies now, those CBD cookies. I don't know if they're helping her, but she appears happier. All right, here's celebration. The Five of Earth. It looks like what you appear, the feeling left out in the cold. What you're noticing is support coming in. Support. And this support was probably there all along. You just never saw it. But here you are celebrating. Three of Cups. Three of Summer. They say three's a crowd, but when It's family, you know, news worth celebrating. Announcements such as weddings, graduations, or births, friends that you cherish. Angelic help. Two, or maybe it's just discovering, like these coins that you're discovering, your magic abilities. And, you know, let's not get the Christians upset now. It's the same thing. Your Christ-like abilities. The Emperor shows up again. Two of Earth, you're juggling. Use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organized, a firm but compassionate leader. Well, that's what you're doing. You're getting organized. You're pulling everything together. There's the number 4. So we've got 4, 4. Another 8. And 4 being foundation. 10 of summer. This Emperor is your 10 of cups. Or you are somebody's 10 of cups. We're going to say you're the Emperor. Or someone else is the Emperor. Well, I already said that. This is your 10 of cups. 10 of cups is like ultimate happiness. You've reached that goal. Now, like the abundance is already starting to flow towards that. So you know, you can see it, you can feel it, you can, it's tangible. You're starting, you know, it's something in your hand. The money's flowing, everything's flowing in abundance. And love. Most of all, love. Four of spring. This is about commitment and by the way, that 10 of summer, yeah, I think I told you, clarifies the Emperor. Four of spring is about commitment and marriage and foundation building with someone. You've got those cornerstones of that foundation laid down, maybe even the first floor done. Ace of air, the new beginning. Laying the foundation of long term. A lifelong partner. 8 of earth. Awakening. Wow. So everybody says that this is about, well, even this card says, change the way you're looking at the situation, embrace your uniqueness, a temporary pause in the action. This is enlightenment. They gave him the number 3, yin and yang, but this is the awakening card. We're always going through an awakening in one effect or another. But if anything, I think this awakening, you're realizing, I need to wait. I need to be patient. I need to be strong. I need to do me. And this is you doing you. I'm surprised we don't see the infinity symbol here. This is seeing situations. Yeah. Awakenings can be traumatic sometimes. Well, maybe all the time they're traumatic. Nah, we got to balance that yin and yang. Release. Let go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities. Time to move on. So perhaps this king is still holding on to some sad or hurtful memories. And you already did the work. Or this is you and you need to do that work. There's still something you need to release. Something from the past, a bitterness. Forgiveness. Look, 3 and 1, 3 and 1. Guys, 3 and 1 make 4. Foundation. Building. Yeah, it's always a process. It's a process. I'm going to open up this more and see where we're going. Our future, our summer at least. This is looking fantastic. And I think I told you all about the website. But I also pull a card at Facebook almost every day. At least every day. I think I missed one day. And the Zodiacs are coming out slowly but surely. This time, the Zodiac's coming out. And I'm not slapping them all out on publishing them all out on Thursday. Or maybe I will. I don't know. I'm going to do them a few at a time over the next 2-3 days. But the members get them first. So please hit like and subscribe if you haven't. It helps me get my messages out. God bless you all for joining me. And God bless you all for being you. Bye for now.